I actually wanted to cut to her because you kind of gave a little face when she said like she puts her man first.
Yes, I
So-
don't agree with that.
You don't agree that you made a face?
No, I don't agree with putting a
Oh, you
man
don't agree
first,
with
no.
putting a man first. Okay, so can you elaborate?
Yes, I don't agree with putting a man first because when he leave you, then what? What you gonna
Exactly.
have? What you gonna have? If you put your all into a man will leave you with shit and bricks. Can I say shit? I'm sorry.
No, you good.
A man will leave you with nothing but shit and a bag. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have your own everything. So why would I put a man first?
Sorry, when you say
this is my
sorry,
life?
I'm so not cool. When you say shit, when you say shit and a bag,
Yeah.
could you just slow that down for me? I promise you, I am so not hip.
When I mean shit in the bag, I mean like your stuff in the bag and you on your way. He already got the next girl in the
Yeah,
house. Like I don't
exactly.
play those type of games.
Okay,
Exactly.
so you guys are specifically talking about, so you're assuming people just don't get married because obviously the court systems favor women. Actually, women will get everything if a guy
No,
gets up
but
and
I'm
leaves.
saying- okay, so
So I heard somebody else say like, oh, like the house and blah, blah, and then you'll have nothing. I'm like, actually,
But
in
not
the
even
current
to that
environment of what
extent.
happens to men in courtrooms, you'd have pretty much everything.
but the man gotta want to marry you. These men ain't
Yeah.
getting
So
married
that's
these
it. You're
days.
talking
They're
about,
not marrying
so you're
people.
basically saying like you could potentially be with a person that doesn't want to marry you,
Yes.
but you should just never be with a person that doesn't want to marry you, was what I would say. Like if you're
Yes.
talking to a guy and he never wants to marry you, then that's a really...
That's why I ended my last relationship. I
Yeah.
felt like we were together for too long, and I asked him like, "Hey, do you foresee us getting married? Do you see us continuing on?" And he was like, "No." Straight up, no, but it's okay. I'd rather he was be honest.
Yeah,
like,
that's
no.
true.
At least he told you.
Like, no, for real, for real. Not even take no her by, and I was just
My
like,
nigga said,
okay, baby.
Baby, I love you.
But there's
fine.
two
Wait,
parts
2
to
more
that.
years.
So
There's
you
two
guys are
parts to
painting a
that, though.
picture of not needing a man, but actually it's a circumstance where it's a specific kind of relationship
No.
where the guy doesn't want to marry the woman because... I mean, if a guy said, yes, I do want to marry you, then you wouldn't have this perspective of like,
No,
I'm
not
not putting a man first, right?
I would never put a man first because even though this is my life, you know what I'm saying? This is
But
my
if you were
life.
married,
If I was married, I still wouldn't put my husband first. because
Damn!
This is my
Wait a
life.
minute, hold on.
Whoa, hold on a second.
Okay, so this is how I feel. I feel like you should take care of
How
yourself.
many girls agree with her? Just out of curiosity.
I
How many?
halfway agree with her.
Okay.
Halfway.
Anybody else agree?
okay, because I just feel like that could be why he doesn't want to get married, right? If you're saying like, even if we get married, I'm putting myself first and I'm not putting you first. If I was a dude and I heard that, like I would definitely say, okay, then
But
I'm
it's
not
also
going to marry
about
you.
coming together. You know what I'm saying? It's also about a union. And I'm saying what I'm saying is there's a lot of people. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people nowadays that doesn't understand what a union is.
Well, if you,
And-
but
I agree.
I would argue potentially that you're that person because you just said if we got married, I would still put me first. That's
would he
not
put
a
me
union.
first though? Would a man put his wife first?
Yes.
So you
Yes.
should always
Yes.
put.
Yes.
What I'm saying
Union.
is, I
Yes.
feel like you should always put yourself first. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to a guy, you shouldn't put a guy over yourself. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so I would offer that in a very productive marriage, there is no I versus, it's just we. Like I am in a partnership, a team, me and my husband. The concept of putting me first, even saying that just sounds so crazy to me in a marriage. Like I've never thought it once. It's just, it's us, it's the kids, it's our family. Like I becomes we. And so I would just say like maybe when you put that out there to a guy, like then they say, okay, maybe this isn't marriage material because she's telling me that even if I give her everything and I have the potential, then the risk of losing everything, that she still would not make any sacrifices in her life. And
I can agree with what you're saying. I can agree with your statements. But what I'm saying is I haven't came across a traditional man like that as of now. So I'm going to focus on myself.
no,
and my
that's fine.
career.
I just
You know what
wanted
I'm
I just
saying?
wanted to highlight that it's a specific kind of man that you're talking about. If a
Yes.
guy doesn't want to get married, but also fair, if you're saying the same thing, you're attracting that specific kind of a person. Do you know what I mean? If you're like, I'm all about me, then he's like, okay, cool, I'm all about me too.
Can I backpack
You know?
off that?
Yeah,
Just
go
But like I
ahead.
told my husband like day one, I want to
Just
get married.
because I've been in-
Do you know what I mean? I was like, no
feel that.
games. It's a we. When are we getting married? When are we having kids?
Right,
we,
yeah.
we.
I can agree with that, but then some people have different goals from other. My number one goal is to be a star, not to be married.
Okay, fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying if that might be why you're not getting married.
Yeah, I don't care to get
Yeah,
married. to be
yeah.
honest
It's just
with
it's
you.
feeding each other.
I
Like,
really don't
Wait,
care to
yeah,
get married.
which is fine.
I have
Which is fine.
Can I just?
a question real quick? Who's your role model in Drop Game?
Onika Tanya Mirage.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj. Got it.
Oh, is that her? And
Her role
real?
model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Onika, yeah.
Fantastic.
Tanya Mirage.
How many girls actually want to get married on the panel, real quick? Oh, everybody.
It's too late.
Everybody? Okay. All right, just out of curiosity. All right. So for you, you said that you're putting career first. Question for you: do you think after putting your career first, being a dancer, being involved in the work that you're in, that you're going to find your dream man at the end of the line?
Yes, because
my career doesn't define me. Because my career doesn't define me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a completely different woman. I can separate my business and what I do from my actual
Fresh, why you
personal
laughing,
life.
bro?
Right. I was just about to ask it. What's
Something's in my
funny?
throat. Sorry, my bad.
What's funny?
Bless you, Fresh.
Sorry, continue on.
Okay, so
Sorry,
basically, like how she was saying, like when I do get into a relationship or an engagement, like even with my ex-fiance, I told him, I tell everybody what I do up front. Like, look, I do this, that, and the third. Do you want to be a part of it or do you not?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can have the password to my phone. You can, anything to make you feel comfortable. And with my engagement, he was like, well, I don't want you to work. I don't want you to do anything. He had money. He took very good care of
Damn.
me. He didn't
You
want me to
stole him, bro?
work. I did, because it's an emotional thing. I don't care about money. You know what I'm saying? Money is not a focal point for me.
Okay.
I'd rather be taken care of emotionally, you know, and feel safe. That's my biggest thing. I want to feel safe. If I make you feel safe, make me feel safe.
Okay.
Because money can be made, spent every day, whatever.
Do you think your job at all might be impacting how they value you?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I say yes because the second you hear, oh, I'm a sexologist, I'm a dancer, I'm a whatever, I decide to tell you I'm on lifestyles. What do you think? You think escort, or you think she's just another stripper girl type situation? Ho. Yeah, I mean,
Chris.
it's honest. It's honest. It's
All right,
honest.
this nigga. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
That's automatically what you think, you know, especially when you see certain girls that are in the lifestyle being dancers, being escorts, being whatever. That's how they present and they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But me, I have morals. I have values. My career does not define me. I'm a completely different woman from what I am, from what I work. Me making money has nothing to do with the woman that I am.
Don't you think that what you're willing to do for work does define your value, though? Like you should say, like, these are not my values. I just do this for work. Like, you know, I
Absolutely.
prostitute, but these are not my values. I just do this for work.
Yeah.
No, I'm just giving an
Oh,
example
I was
here,
like,
right?
what?
Like,
Okay.
I'm not sure that we can separate that, right?
I can.
Like,
I can.
well, you can, but I'm
Yeah.
saying that I think for men,
Mhm.
and I don't want to speak for men, but
No.
like
Oh, no,
you're
don't worry.
telling them what
I know.
you're telling them what your values are
Yes.
when you say I do this and I do that and I do
Yeah.
this, right? Like if I'm like they don't think that you're just performing per se.
I make them because I make them comfortable. Like I will tell you everything up front. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna hide anything. I'm literally gonna show you everything up front. If you have any insecurities about what I do, if you have any questions, I'm like, look, babe, this is literally what I do. That's it. That's it. That's all.
So that would just so we can run your argument to a totally separate career path. Like if that would be like me saying I sell crack to children, right? But I tell you that I sell crack to children, so my
True.
values are in
I see
check
what you're
because
saying.
I told you that I sell crack to
No,
children.
okay. So, let me also add, if I do get into a relationship, me telling you up front what I do, if you're not comfortable with that, I will not do it. If
No, fine. I'm not
if
saying
I
that, like,
value you
yeah.
enough where I'm like, okay, he's worth it. But I also know what type of man that I can give up my part of my income for.
But I'm just saying, how can you separate your values from what you do? Like, given that example I just gave you.
It's easy. I can't really explain it. It's just easy. I just don't get lost in that world of being a dancer, being trapped in the erotic world. I don't get lost in it. Like I'm very like headstrong. So it's like it's literally business. It's kind of like an actor. I can go on Seinfeld and be or Friends or whatever and be an actor, but it's completely different at home. You know. So it's acting for me, to be honest with you.
Okay. But
And that's
okay.
it. Like, yeah.
So-
And then at home,
so-
I cook, I clean, I
So
will do all the things of wifely duties, or you know, and I'm happy. They're happy.
So you're basically just in your mind, you're like, I'm just two different people.
I am. I definitely am. Sabella and Etienne are two completely different people.
keep it a bean
What?
in the club,
Huh? In the club? I'm Sabella in the club.
right?
At home,
And
I'm
what are
Etienne.
Sabella's values?
Does Sabella smash in the
Sab-
club?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely.
Never did.
Not the cap.
Not
never.
but one time.
Shut up.
Back room. Nothing?
Never. No. Never. Ever.
All right, Sabella.
Never.
We gonna find out whole facts.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Make a phone call.
Go
Hey, the
ahead.
office.
Go ahead.
She one of them. All right,
Go ahead.
nigga. Put me on.
You want me to call? Y'all took my phone. I would call the office, but no, I've never done anything like that ever.
Okay.
No, and that's cool. I mean, you already said that you're putting your career first, which is fine. I'm just wondering, like, if you're okay with the quality of man that's going to be left for you at the end of the road when you're done with your career and you're done prioritizing that.
I have dealt with both shitty men and quality men. So it's like I've experienced both. And because of who I am, they understand that, okay, this is her career. This is what she chooses to do to make money. But she's a completely different person with me. It's not airs, it's not fronts, it's not I'm trying to get your money. It's not
Can
nothing.
you remind me how old you are? 27, did you say?
I'm 29.
29.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
God
And you,
damn.
how old were you?
Shut up.
26.
26. And you said man first?
Yeah, if I have a man, yes.
Yeah, if you can find one, you would put marriage
Well, it's not
first.
fine, but I mean, I guess. But yeah, I would. Like, I would put that first. Yeah.
What would be a better word than fine?
I don't know. I just makes me seem like I'm out here in the streets. Just
I
like-
was. I don't think there's any
I guess
shame in
I
like
kinda
wanting
am.
to find a guy, man, like
Should
wanting
be
to
out
find
here
a
in the
relationship.
streets.
Like I don't. Yeah, I feel
More
like
on the
people.
streets, man.
You should
Yeah.
be looking
For you two,
a-
do you guys think that you need to actively find a man, or are you just gonna find you? Just out of curiosity.
For me, you can find me. I'm fine
They gotta
with my
find you?
dog.
Okay,
I'm fine with
same
I
my
mean,
with you?
I
dog
would like a
DoorDash.
guy to like put in the initial effort. Yeah,
Mhm.
but I would. But yeah, I don't think I've ever just like gone after, like, be the, what's it called?
You've never
Aggressive.
actively seek
The
the man.
go-getter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Interesting.
have options though, right? You have options like going out, dating stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just choose a
Yeah.
good one.
Well, yeah. So I was kind of dating somebody, and then I just found out he like lied about his age.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Red flag.
Damn.
How old? Like too young?
No, he told me he was 36, and I just found out he's like 50.
Shit.
He's just like really good at like dyeing his beard all the time. And,
Does he do tattoos?
Where did you grow up?
in Dallas.
Okay.
Or actually, I
And
moved
when
around
did you
a lot.
get into the business?
Well, since I got kicked out of school, so like if you're at, like I don't have a no, I didn't have a dad, but I went to college. I like had a 4.0 and a full ride scholarship, and I was doing really well, but got kicked out for a joke I made, and then I that led me into the sex industry, and it's just for me as a means to an end. It's the only thing I knew what I could do to make some money. So
And how does that impact, like, I guess, your relationship with your mom? Does she know you're on OnlyFans or no? Well, she does now. Hey, Mom.
they're very like country, like they're not gonna like know what this is. I hope.
If they speak English, they might put it together.
My little brothers watch the show though, so I
They
don't
do.
know, yeah.
Okay. So would you think your mom would be,
No, she wouldn't like it, but
she would understand?
I think she just wants me as long as I'm in her life, and like
Was
We
she
have a
like your
relationship.
friend growing up?
she was in and out. I have like mommy issues and daddy issues. So,
Mhm.
Holy.
but but like now, yeah, I see her more of as a friend. But she's still like she's very like religious and very like that. So I don't talk to her about everything. I don't know. So, but I mean, I'm sure she wouldn't be happy about it, and she wants me to like find something better. But just doing what I can.
And you feel like you have to do it for financial reasons?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Or did you just want fast money? Because I feel like you could get a
No.
job if you were like, I want to be a bartender. Like, I mean, you're young, you're attractive, you're like, you don't have to do OnlyFans, right? Like, I mean, 'cause
I don't know what
I was
else.
broke, crazy
Yeah.
broke, and I never sold my body, like, so I feel like now people keep saying they have to, but like,
mean,
it's just like, I want fast money and I want to be able to pay rent, sort of a thing.
I want to be able to pay rent,
Mhm.
but what else would I do that's gonna make me the same amount? And I don't
It's not
make
going to make you the same amount.
I don't make a lot of money. Because I don't like do the absolute most. So I make a regular amount, and I make enough to get by. And I don't know. I watched my mom struggle growing up, and I saw her do all the normal jobs, and she didn't sell her body and all that, and she like struggled a lot. So I really just kind of was like, will do almost anything. It was OnlyFans, I don't know. And to not end up like that, and like literally being homeless and dumpster diving and all that, like I would rather do OnlyFans than that.
Okay.
So like I think I just have that like that fear, like, and I watch my mom do all the regular jobs, and yeah, so.
Candace, in your opinion, why do you think women resort to OnlyFans when they have other options?
Well, so the first thing I would say is that I do see this trend. That's why I always ask about whether you grew up with a dad, because usually the answer is no. And I think that definitely matters. And they do have other options. I think the problem is that especially when you're young, you just want fast money. And I don't think they realize that they're making, like, it's like, yeah, this is money up front, but is going to cost you when you get older. Like, this is like, it's like doing a deal with the devil, right? Where it's like up front, everything's gonna look great, and then you're gonna, trip over near 30, and you're gonna realize the men, the options, and also, by the way, when you're on OnlyFans and selling your body, like, your body's only gonna go in one direction. Like you are a stock that is just declining with age, right? So there's going to be the next 18-year-old that wants to put her boobies on the internet, and you're just not going to be able to bring in the money that you could. So, it's the youth,